We opened the association of Chai, and actually it was after we worked together, me and my partners in a shtetl museum in Lithuania. We constructed a content to Lost Shtetl Museum in Lithuania that it's already, actually it's already premiere. And while working on the museum, I felt like, okay, who is the audience and who will come to this museum? You know, all the way to a small town in Lithuania. Working in this museum for 16 months, halfway I thought, okay, the story that never been told from my perspective, it's about the people that saves life, that saves the Jews, righteous between the nations. And I thought, what if we take we take those subjects out of the walls of the museum and we put it in the main streets in Europe as an installation. So the
But
idea was that
it's also technologically innovative, right? This is not just a structure. There's like a lot more to it. Could you explain?
yes, so it's a place when technology, design, engineer, and art meets. So basically speaking, before we talk about the technology, because this is a patent and it's a way of, you know, a new cinematic way of experience an image. But while going deeply to the research, I managed to find that all those righteous between the nations are not Jews. There is Muslims, there is Christians, there is Shinto, there is atheists. So many people that the only connecting line between them that they make a decision to save lives in the most horrifying period of humankind. Well, you know, and I found the bridge between those periods actually today and back then. You know, this period that the democratic values is dissolving. And I thought that what if this is the subject, to talk about it as a phenomenon, a human uh, uh, phenomenon, because no one from those people was communicating. They didn't communicate one with another. Each one was a personal story that the goal was to sacrifice his own life in order to save Jews. While doing the research, I managed to find like 50 countries that the act take place in. And I thought that I need to put an exhibition in each street where the action of saving life was taking place. So I actually did really a huge breakdown over the righteous between the nations. And I think while talking about it, while doing the research, the amount of them just raising and become bigger and bigger from a daily basis. And I thought that I will mark it as a yellow star, but it's a different kind of star. It looks like an Hollywood star, you know. It's not a victim star. It's more than that. Working in the film industry, I found that there is a lot of people that do an amazing films and get a star on the best place in LA. And I thought, okay, those people deserve a star.
Yeah.
They deserve to be in the public place. And I found that there is a lot of those people doesn't even know the size and the importance of the sacrifice that the parents or they did. Part of it die without even knowing. So break it into plan. I thought, okay, I wanted to put in a public, I will, and the idea is to put an installation in a public place that 5 people could interact with the content and they will see video art through a narrow window. And through the window, when they look, they will see a 180 degrees of a video art all around them with sound that actually based on the work of Diego Rivera. Diego Rivera was actually the husband of Frida Kahlo. What he did, it took like a different mise en scene and composed it into one feature, just like a cappella. And I took it as an idea, and I thought I could tell the story without even subtitles. My goal is not, I don't want to tell the story I would say, honestly saying, like a Jewish person know the story of righteous between the nations. My goal was to put it as just like as a Trojan horse, to put it in a public place where the act take place, and so it will be seamless, and every status, everyone could experience it, from the poor that sleeps on the floor of the street to the richest. They will have the same experience without any need to buy a ticket. And this is the first one, actually, based on the story of Aristeide de Mendes Sosa, which was the Portuguese consul from Bordeaux that saved thousands of Jews, and not just Jews. And he died poor. He died thinking that he is a traitor. He saved life, even so his government didn't allow him to do that. Without knowing, without knowing. So I tried to invent. It was the first, actually, right? It was the first character that we researched, trying to think why. Why does it did? Why did it? As a consul, he know the consequences. The punishment that could come. On his shoulder, on his shoulders, and he died poor, and it moves me because I thought, okay, that's a story to tell, about a man that goes against his national through a belief. It actually goes against men, um, while fulfilling God's will, thinking about life.